At the start of the movie, a couple arrives at a location, eager to witness a meteor shower. As the meteors begin to fall, they are thrilled by the sight. However, their excitement quickly turns to fear when something unusual crashes down from the sky. Curious, they approach the strange object, and to their shock, a small creature emerges from it, quickly entering the man's body. Horrified, the woman believes the creature has killed her husband, but to her astonishment, he suddenly stands up and shoots her. The creature is, in fact, an alien that takes control of the person's mind, manipulating them to carry out its will. In the next scene, we are introduced to Kioma, a skilled army sniper. She effortlessly hits a target from 800 meters away, impressing her fellow soldiers with her precision. Soon after, Kioma receives a call from the hospital with devastating news. Her boyfriend Jason has been in an accident. Rushing to his side, she learns that Jason had been on his way to propose to her when tragedy struck. He shares that her parents had been looking forward to seeing him propose, but they were killed in the accident, and he was left severely injured. Jason asks Kioma to take her younger brother, Aaron, to their grandparents and proposes to her by giving her a ring. Shortly after, Jason tragically passes away, leaving Kioma devastated by his death. The following day, as Kioma prepares to take Aaron to his grandparents, she receives a call from her friends, Liz and Kelly. They offer to accompany her on the trip, and Kioma agrees. The next day, the group, Kioma, Liz, Kelly, and Aaron, sets off to deliver Aaron to his grandparents. However, along the way, their car gets a flat tire. Upon investigating, they realize that the tire was deliberately punctured. Suddenly, a man infected by the same alien creature appears and begins shooting at them. He shoots Liz, leaving her badly wounded, and attempts to kill the others. Kioma manages to kill the attacker with her sniper skills, but Liz's condition is serious. In a rush, they take Liz to the hospital. At the hospital, a police officer named Marshall questions Kioma about the incident, but she is unable to provide any answers as she has no idea what happened or why they were attacked. In the next scene, we meet Dr. Clark, who is testing a new communication service called KG. He discovers that KG's speed far surpasses that of the 5G network. After finishing his test, Dr. Clark returns home, where he is met by an officer. The officer reveals to Dr. Clark the strange creature they've captured, now contained in a jar. Years ago, Dr. Clark had warned humanity about a potential alien threat in his book, where he urged people to be vigilant against an unknown danger. However, his warnings were largely dismissed, and many ridiculed him for his seemingly outlandish ideas. But now, with his predictions becoming a terrifying reality, the government turns to him for help. The officer who visits Dr. Clark explains the catastrophic situation. The alien creatures are spreading chaos worldwide, taking control of people's minds and driving them to kill one another. The situation has spiraled out of control, and the officer tells Clark that he may be their only hope to find a solution. Meanwhile, on the other side of the story, Kioma bids a heartfelt farewell to her injured friend Liz at the hospital. She then continues her mission to take Aaron to his grandparents' house, accompanied by a male officer for protection. During their journey, they stop to meet a man named Lucas, as the officer needs to gather some supplies from him. However, on their way back, an infected man ambushes them, killing the officer with a gunshot. The infected man then turns his attention to Kioma and Aaron, and just as he's about to kill them, Lucas intervenes, attacking the infected man from behind. The three of them manage to escape and take refuge in a nearby room. Through a CCTV camera, they discover that the infected man has survived the attack and is making his way toward their hiding place. Realizing they're running out of time, Kioma devises a plan. She asks Lucas to distract the infected man so she can get a clear shot. Lucas bravely distracts the attacker, allowing Kioma to seize the moment and kill him. Just as they believe they are safe, Officer Marshall arrives at the scene, accompanied by a fellow officer. Marshall takes Kioma, Aaron, and Lucas to the police station for questioning. During the investigation, the situation takes a darker turn. Marshall receives a call informing him that people in the town have begun attacking and killing each other for no apparent reason, likely under the influence of the same alien creatures. Realizing the urgency of the situation, Marshall leaves Kioma and her group at the station and heads to the town with his colleague to confront the escalating violence. In the town, Officer Marshall and his partner are confronted with chaos as they witness a man and a woman, both infected by the alien creatures, brutally shooting and killing innocent people. After a tense and violent struggle, Marshall and his partner manage to kill both infected individuals. However, as they inspect the bodies, one of the alien creatures, which had emerged from the infected man upon his death, slips into the the body of Marshall's partner, infecting him as well. Under the creature's control, Marshall's partner suddenly turns on him, trying to kill his friend. In a heart-wrenching moment, Marshall is forced to defend himself and ends up killing his own colleague to survive. Meanwhile, Kioma, Lucas, and Aaron escape from the police station and make their way to the hospital where Liz is being treated. But the hospital is now engulfed in panic, with chaos spreading as the news reports reveal that more than 3,000 people have already died due to the alien infestation. Realizing the severity of the situation, Kioma decides they must leave the hospital and find safety elsewhere. As they travel, they hear radio reports detailing the horrific events unfolding across the country, with people turning on each other in a wave of violence. While on the road, their journey is abruptly halted when they encounter a roadblock made of wooden debris, deliberately placed there by infected individuals. Forced to abandon their car, the group flees on foot, running towards the forest with the infected people in pursuit. Kioma, using her sniper skills, climbs to a high vantage point and manages to eliminate the infected attackers just as they are about to kill Kelly and Lucas. Once the threat is neutralized, Kioma reunites with her group and they continue their trek deeper into the forest. After some time, exhausted from their escape, the group decides to rest. But in a shocking turn of events, Liz, who had previously been injured, reveals signs of infection. The alien creature has taken control of her, and she begins attacking her own sister, Kelly. Just as Liz is about to kill Kelly, Officer Marshall arrives on the scene and shoots Liz, ending her life. Kioma, horrified and grieving for her friend, angrily confronts Marshall, accusing him of killing their companion. Marshall, however, explains that he saw the alien creature emerging from Liz's mouth, indicating she had been infected and beyond saving. He reassures Kioma and the others that killing Liz was the only way to prevent further danger. Though the truth is painful, Kioma and the rest of the group begin to calm down as they come to terms with the situation. With heavy hearts, they leave Liz's body behind and press on, knowing they must keep moving to survive as the world around them continues to fall into chaos. After some time, Kioma and her group arrive in another town, but their relief is short-lived when an infected person suddenly attacks them. Kioma, quick on her feet, manages to kill the attacker, but during the confrontation, her friend Kelly is shot. Acting fast, they all retreat to a nearby room where Kioma performs an emergency procedure to remove the bullets from Kelly's body and carefully bandages her wounds. Meanwhile, Dr. Clark holds a press conference addressing the global crisis. He explains to the press how the alien creatures arrived on Earth via the meteorites and are now controlling human minds, using people as vessels to gather information. To stop the invasion, Dr. Clark emphasizes that humanity must destroy the meteorites, which are the source of the creatures. However, these meteorites are being guarded by infected individuals. To get past them, Clark proposes using the advanced KG technology to disable the infected by putting them into a temporary sleep, creating an opportunity to destroy the meteorites. He assures the public that information on how to destroy the meteorites will be broadcast globally via the KG service. Back with Kioma, Aaron urges her to fulfill her promise and take him to his grandparents. Kioma agrees, leaving Marshall and Lucas behind to care for Kelly while she sets out with Aaron. Upon reaching Aaron's grandparents' house, they are horrified to discover that his grandparents are also infected. Without hesitation, Aaron's grandparents attack him with knives, and Kioma steps in to defend him. She is forced to shoot in self-defense, but Aaron's grandmother manages to fire back, hitting Kioma in the waist. Just as she is about to shoot Kioma again, Lucas arrives in time and shoots both of Aaron's grandparents, killing them. Unbeknownst to anyone, one of the alien creatures quietly enters Aaron's body during the chaos, but no one realizes this at the time. Lucas helps the injured Kioma and Aaron into a room where he tends to their wounds. When Kioma regains consciousness, she starts talking to Lucas about her past, reflecting on the events that led them to this point. However, the peace is short-lived. Aaron, now infected by the alien creature, suddenly attacks. Lucas instinctively moves to kill Aaron, but Kioma intervenes, stopping him and instead knocking Aaron unconscious. She tells Lucas that she believes she can remove the infection from Aaron and refuses to give up on him. Afterwards, Kioma, Lucas, and Aaron leave the room and return to find Kelly, only to be met with devastating news. Kelly has died. Kioma is deeply saddened by her friend's death, but there is no time to mourn as they receive crucial information through the KG service on how to neutralize the infected. With this newfound knowledge, they devise a plan to stop the infected people by using the KG technology. As part of the plan, they proceed to attack the infected individuals, with Kioma strategically hiding her sniper rifle at another location. When Lucas moves in to plant a bomb on top of one of the meteorites, the infected people guarding the meteorite attack him. In a tense moment, just as an infected man is about to kill Lucas, Kioma uses her sniper skills to shoot the man, saving Lucas. Luckily, the KG service activates globally, sending out a powerful frequency that forces the infected into a deep sleep for a short period. With the infected incapacitated, Lucas seizes the opportunity and places the bomb on the meteorite. However, the danger isn't over yet. One infected man, unaffected by the KG service due to self-inflicted injuries, cuts his hands with a knife to resist the frequency. He attacks Lucas again, holding him at gunpoint, and demands that Kioma and Marshall reveal themselves. To save Lucas, both Kioma and Marshall step forward. The infected man tells Kioma that they need people like her and tries to convince her to join their side. As he moves to implant the alien creature into Kioma's body, Marshall makes a daring attack, providing Kioma with an opening to fight back. In the chaos, the KG frequency reactivates, momentarily incapacitating the infected man once again. Lucas uses the distraction to successfully set the bomb on the meteorite. At that moment, Kioma, with her sniper rifle, shoots the bomb, causing a massive explosion that destroys the meteorite. Across the globe, similar explosions occur as meteorites in different locations are obliterated. With the destruction of the meteorites, the communication network between the alien creatures is severed, forcing them to leave the bodies they had been controlling. As the creatures are expelled from their hosts, they die, and the infected people begin to return to normal. A wave of relief and joy sweeps across the world as people realize the nightmare is finally over. As the movie draws to a close, the atmosphere is filled with happiness and celebration as the threat is eliminated and humanity is saved. The film ends on a hopeful note, with Kioma and her companions victorious in their mission. Thanks for sticking around for this explanation, guys. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and support the channel. I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.